So, good morning. Bitcoin. Where are we this morning with Bitcoin? You know, no surprise, we had a Sunday, Monday sell-off. A Sunday, Monday sell-off has become a bit of a thing in Bitcoin and something to watch out for. And true to form, we've got it here today. Is this at a level? This, to me, looks like a bit of a funky ABC level. Potentially, it's a retest of the 4,000 level in Bitcoin. And the 4,000 level, if I measure from the lows that we made in December and I project it from the lows that we made in February, this is when we're at 0.618 of the first swing, which is very common in corrections and very common when you're making a wedge pattern or a tightening wedge like we've got. So if we reverse here and take another swing to the bottom of the wedge, if we do an equal measured move like this, then that's pretty much where we end up. So that's where I would be looking if this consolidation here in the middle breaks down. A return to around 3,500, maybe a tiny bit lower. However, if we just make a shallow pullback here and we continue to push higher and we get back above 4,000, then I think that the alternative scenario is in play here, and we're making, instead of a triangle pattern, a big ABC correction. So if we measure from this low at the high again, project it from the low on the 7th of February, then here's our 4,020 level. If we get above that, we should continue higher to 4,444. This is BitMEX prices. You'll find Bitfinex prices will be a little bit higher, and that's our big 786 fib retest. That's the highs from this last swing lower. This is kind of our trend level and will be a very big deal. So that's what I'm looking at in Bitcoin dollar. I have to say that I think the path of least resistance is lower in Bitcoin, and one of the reasons that I think that is what's going on in ETH. Ethereum and Litecoin have been really good leading indicators for Bitcoin. And if we take a look at this decline that we've seen since the beginning of March and the subsequent rally, you can see, you know, when you're in a downtrend, you have sharp moves lower and then your corrections are choppy, overlapping, and don't get much ground. When you're in an upswing, you see the opposite. So here in Ethereum, we have an upswing, sideways, and then another upswing, and so on. And we've pretty clearly reversed the trend, in this price action that we've seen really since the 4th of March has not been, or really since the beginning of March, hasn't really inspired, has it? It's for an uptrend. So when I measure from the highs to the lows, and by that I mean the high that we made on the 24th of February and the low that we made on the 4th of March, you can see that on Saturday we made an exact test of the 50% of that rally at 144. We also, if I measure from this low, made a perfect equal ABC correction. So that's bearish for Ethereum. It says we're still at this rally, is still a correction, and we're not in a new upswing. So, and that's a bit disappointing because obviously this was a lovely 5-wave rally and we were looking for some follow through in Ethereum. When you reverse at a 50%, you usually go back to the 50% going the other way. So if we do that here in Ethereum, then that puts our target down at 133.57 if I've measured it right. So if we make a new low below 133.57, we will have broken that 50% back, 50% back, 50% back pattern. And I think we'll see another swing lower and a retest potentially of 100 in ETH US dollar. If I measure from this high to low as well, and let's see if that's where the equal measure move takes us. Yeah, there we go. An exact retest of 100 and the bottom of the range again for ETH. So interim support, if we don't drop that far and if we just, you know, go 61.8 of the first leg, that's going to put us, if I measure it right, at 117. So two downside targets on a breakdown in ETH, 117, and then a retest of the big round, number 100, and we'll see what happens there. If we can find support at number 100, then we can say maybe this big correction is over and we can look at a move up again. But otherwise, a break back below 100 would be a bearish sign and set up a retest of the lows for ETH and potentially new lows for Bitcoin. Okay, thanks. Have a great week. This is not, bearish for all alts. Some alts which are in pretty nice uptrends and just gently drifting backwards. For example, ADA is a pretty nice one. BNB is in a very nice uptrend. ONT is in a very nice uptrend. On the bounces in Bitcoin, we should see really nice continued moves higher in those altcoins that are outperforming. Hello, this is Nick. Just a reminder that Monday Night Live is now at 8 p.m. UK time, an hour early. Then go to youtube.com/NickTrades and we will take a look, see if Bitcoin is ever going to bottom and what's looking good to go higher. See you then.